Hello everyone! My name is Elise.
I'm Sara.
And today we are not reacting to anything really.
No, we are having a discussion about Lars's head.
Yes.
And the reason because my hard drive corrupted.
Yes.
It just, like, we recorded everything on my stationary computer and all of a sudden it just died. It just died. And I was like, oh no, but thankfully I'd sent most of the episodes to Elise.
Except for Lars's head.
Except for Lars's head.
Yeah.
And I tried to save it. I can't even get into the hard drive. It's completely, it's corrupted. I pulled a joke and said that the reason my computer corrupted is because of all the fears for the comments.
Yeah.
The YouTube comments. That
it's like, the hard drive is like, I'm gonna save you, Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah, I'm gonna save you. They can never see this. And then it corrupted and destroyed all my files.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I had saved some of it before it died. Yeah, I had. So it was okay.
But yeah, you didn't have the newest episode. So we're doing this discussion instead.
Yep.
And so we're gonna see how this works out, because we've been thinking about doing this before too. So
yeah.
So yeah, Lars's head.
Lars's head.
So for starters, his scar.
His scar.
Honestly.
Oh yeah, we just we refreshed our memories and watched the episode right before this discussion. I have not seen. I've seen it once after we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then I haven't seen it again. But yeah, his scar.
That is so OC.
That is so OC.
Holy shit! Like I've seen that 1,000 times on like DV5 or something.
Even on like current shows.
Yeah.
Like shows like anime shows. It's like, look at my badass vampire hunter.
Scarlet right
there.
Oh yeah, I'm edgy.
It's like when you got like a character creator in anything. That's like the one scar. You have to have that one scar.
Then Sadie's scar that's like here.
Yeah,
that was so much better.
It's just a tiny little one.
Yeah, tiny little one right here. That works so well.
And it's not. And also, it's like it's not as visible. You can
Exactly.
see it if you look for it, but it's quite invisible, but still visible if you look for it. And if you have the memory of her still, getting it from Island Adventures.
Exactly. So yeah. And Lars is pink, and that's the same as Lion, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we realized really quickly. Actually.
We realized it like right after the episode. We're like, he's pink.
Who else is pink?
Exactly. And I mean, the episode starts up with him waking up, him turning, he started turning pink in the previous episode, and then it became fully pink in Lars's head. And all the gems are around him, and they're looking down at him. And how can Steven make this connection?
Yeah,
from the start.
Yeah.
From the start.
Yeah. And
that power is so OP.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, Steven is Jesus now.
Yeah, he's like Jesus.
Like he can fly basically, and he can jump really high and float, and he is super strong, and he can heal people and gems, and he can revive organic things. How much more powers is he gonna get now? He can possess people too, control them. Yeah, in their dreams. He can connect to them in their dreams, and he can create life. Yeah, with the watermelons. Yeah. Holy shit, he has a lot of powers. Like, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, like we discussed, I think, in one of the episodes, we said, like, the rose quartz, if all of them could have that power, that is scary. That is scary. I can understand why the diamonds would want to get rid of the rose quartz just for that. Yeah. I'm kind of like, why, like, did Pink Diamond have this power? Yeah. Exactly. That would make more sense. That's the thing, because like in really, really early theories was that rose quartz was pink diamond. And I mean, if that theory still, is true, or what it seems like it's hinting that it's not, obviously. Yeah. Then it would make a lot more sense. It would, because we haven't seen that much power from the diamonds even. Yeah. The diamonds are just big and scary. Yeah, and they can create a weapon that corrupts life on Earth, but or gems. But otherwise, like, we don't know how much of that the diamonds made themselves and how much they like commissioned the other gems to do. So like, Steven right now has more powers than the diamonds from what we've seen, which is, it's getting too much.
It's getting too much.
I think I said that even when he started floating, like Steven floats.
Yes, I think this is getting
he's getting too many powers.
Like, I mean, and then the episode continues with, like, a very drawn out thing, like, am I a zombie? Are you dead?
Yeah.
Is he dead? And it's like, he's pink. I'm pink. And it's like a lot of that. Really, and I think is the reason why we're kind of been like, on these episodes is because they're on Homeworld for the first time. For the first time.
This is something we wanted for 4 seasons and some few episodes. Like, we wanted this from the very start.
Yeah.
And now they're finally on Homeworld. And it's still about Lars. Like, it's all about Lars instead. Like, Lars, he can get the redemption, sure, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
But we're on Homeworld. Isn't there other things to focus on right now?
Yeah, I think...
Like, we can do the Lars thing when it's like the filler, like the human episodes, that's fine. But now we're on Homeworld, we want to see Homeworld and the other gems and more of the off-color gems. And
yeah. I think that, like, the entire focus was not really on the right thing at this moment. I want to see. If they're gonna do it, I want to see a Lars redemption arc. And, I mean, he can turn pink, whatever. I wanted to see Homeworld. Yes. And I wanted to see the Homeworld anarchy or whatever and all that thing and the classes and stuff. I didn't really want to see them hide for 2 episodes in a hole.
Yeah, and then solve it by, oh my gosh, Lars died, and oh, he accidentally turned into something that has a connection to Lion, and like, it's so random.
It is random.
It is so unexpected and random, and like not in a good way either.
No.
Like, I'm pretty disappointed in Lion's whole story actually. It would be, I don't know what I was expecting really, but not like, oh yeah, he died and he was brought back and that's it.
Yeah.
If that is it, that's like, this is one of the first mysteries that we got, and it was like, oh my god, what is Lion after all? Oh, he's pink, why is he that? And why does he have this world inside him? And Rose didn't have a lion. And then it's like, yeah, he died and he was brought back to life, that's it.
Yeah. So the episode continues with after he is awakened, and they're like, oh, the kid, he pink. They basically push a rock in front of the door, which they should have done
from the very start.
From the very start.
He didn't have to die.
Exactly, they're stupid.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then after that, he basically was like, oh, even your hair's pink. And then Steven touches it.
Yeah.
And then Lars touches it, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and Lars doesn't go through the hair.
Lars doesn't go through the hair, but later in the episode we see his arm through his hair.
Yeah. So how does that work? Did Steven want to go into his hair?
Or I mean, Steven had to drag him in or something?
Like, I don't know, but he doesn't always activate Lion's mane either.
Yeah.
So how does it activate? I think we're overanalyzing.
Yeah,
yes, of course, but still, it's a little bit like, yeah, that's convenient.
And then after that, Steven touches the hair and he basically realizes that, oh, there's some kind of connection with my pink lion. He enters Lars's head. Title drop. And in Lars's head, he sees a tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is. No. Maybe an oak tree or like a normal tree. And then he turns his head and sees a savanna tree. Which represent lion. That I like. That I really like. Is that the savanna tree isn't there just because, you know, it actually has a purpose. That I like with Lars, you know, dying. Is that his tree represents him and Lion's tree represents him.
Yeah, I like that too. I would like to see if there's other trees in there though. Like, of course Steven's not gonna explore that, but did he never notice if there were any other trees?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I guess that's the thing that Rose maybe only had to have like perhaps an emotional connection to the ones they were reviving. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she could only revive the ones she really cared for or something, but that doesn't seem exactly like it though.
No. The powers are weird. We already established that. Yeah. It's weird, inconsistent powers.
Yes, they're very convenient.
They're very convenient for the plot. So So Steven goes through the head, he comes home, and instead of instantly calling Connie on the landline, he's like...
They obviously have a landline.
Yeah, he decides to grab some food for Lars, which is like chips, a PB&J sandwich, and a box of juice. Because he'll obviously survive on this.
Oh yes, of course, that sounds like good food.
Really well, good food. I guess he didn't know that Lars wasn't feeling hungry at that point.
No, and maybe there wasn't much other food to eat, but... But yeah, that's healthy. Yeah. Shit. But yeah, also leave a note or something. He's like, oh, I wish I could tell the gents that I'm here, that I'm safe. Like, leave a note before you go home, maybe.
I know. I mean, can't he just be like, Lion, go and get them and tell them that I'm fine. Here, take this note.
Yeah.
And then, he heads back through Lion after he's like, oh, Lion. Like, he's basically like, you died. I wish you could talk. I wish you could tell me. And, which is also weird. Why didn't Rose tell the others about Lion?
Why wouldn't she? Yeah, that makes no sense anymore.
That makes no sense.
Why wouldn't she talk about this?
Unless
hey guys, I can revive the organic beings. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's not a power you have. Jesus. I mean, Rose.
But she would be God.
Yeah.
Because he's Jesus.
But yeah, why not tell them
now that's even more, raises even more questions.
Yeah. That doesn't really make sense anymore at all. Like, it's only if she wants to protect what's inside Lion. Like bismuth and so on. She didn't want them to know about this.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it makes no sense anymore.
And after that, he leaves Lion and... he just explains it one more time for the gems. The off-color gems.
I guess like a flashback.
Yeah. The off-color gems, like, ooh, what is this? And Steven explains about Earth. The off-color gems, they want to go.
Yeah. Oh, I hope they could go to Earth.
That is something that I'm really worried about. The episode basically ends with the off-color saying, we're not going to leave you here alone. Lars, he gives himself up and say, you can all go, I'll stay here. And it's kind of like, I was kind of thinking like, they should, and then they should go and get the gems and figure something out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's why I'm worried that it's going to turn it into a sacrifice thing. That the off-color gems, one of them, or maybe all of them, are going to sacrifice themselves for Lars. And I'm not okay with that if that is going down that road.
Yeah, no.
And
I want the off-color gem to come to Earth. I want like all of the characters that feel outside, like the humans in the zoo and everything. I want all of them to come to Earth.
Yeah, me too. And they probably will. Like, I can't see them leaving the humans at the zoo.
Unless they're gonna kill them all off, of course.
Of course, but I don't think so. It is a kid's cartoon after all. I
true.
mean, Lars did die, but they didn't actually say he died.
Exactly.
They didn't say death. That's the thing. I've noticed, or we both noticed, that they had said death before, but in some countries they've actually censored this out. Like when I think it's in Steven Floats, right? He dreams about like getting a donut, and he thinks that he's gonna starve in the air, and his skeleton falls from the sky. Yeah. And they do like a Hamlet scene with it. But in some countries that has completely been removed. So I think that they've probably been like, okay, we should probably be a bit careful about mentioning
death. And they did that with Garnet when she
gets with the gem. And she breaks.
Stabilizer. They also removed the scene where she like looks at Steven. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. So like, they probably have been like told like,
maybe chill.
That's why you'll be broken for this. You'll be shattered for this. It's never you'll be killed.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they talk about death a lot.
But they do say,
I'm gonna die.
Life and death on the planet Earth.
Yeah, exactly. But when it actually happens, I think they had to avoid, like, even they only hinted about, like, oh, Lion, so you died and Rose revived you. They only hinted at that. Like, Steven, like, realized that and hinted at that, but they didn't say the D word. No. And they're probably not going to either, because that's too dark when it's actually real, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, cartoons have changed from the early 90s, no, late 90s to 2000, because then it was a lot of death and beatings and no beatings. I mean, they were beating each other up and stuff. That won't fly anymore. But yeah, so that's basically Lars's head. Steven comes home, and Pearl mentions the dropship. from the episode where they're trying to catch Peridot. That's the same one, and I think it is the dropships. A dropship is basically the flying saucer. Where they dropped up all the Italians.
It's not the capsule.
No. That's an escape pod.
Yeah, okay.
The dropship were the round ones. That would basically, remember, they were pink on the inside.
Yeah.
And Peridot was like, I'm not trying to fly this thing. I want to capture you.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to come into play, because otherwise they would never really have mentioned it. So, but I was kind of confused why Lapis and Peridot wasn't with them.
Exactly. My gosh, didn't they go and like contact Peridot once? Like, we need your help. We need your technological mind.
Yeah. I think the thing is, like, me and Elise basically think the trial was a great episode.
It was.
It was a great episode.
I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. And then it just felt awkward and weird, because what we want from this show is progression into the unknown, which is basically Homeworld, the gem hierarchy, everything about the gem war and stuff. That's the really interesting part. And of course, off-colors and how they're treated. We've been hinted by Jasper about them. Like, off-colors, they get destroyed because they don't fit into the, their symbol, their view of perfection. And that's really interesting too. It's just,
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad that they're focusing on a human when they're finally on Homeworld.
Yeah, that is our biggest problem.
Yes.
People have been commenting very harshly, very rudely, if I might even add, like incredibly rudely towards us, and I've been like, we are allowed to have our opinions, you're allowed to have yours. You don't need to personally attack us for having an opinion you don't approve with. And people say that Lars has been redeemed. He's getting there. He's
making progression.
Yeah.
But he still hasn't said anything to Sadie. Like, of course, she's not there.
Yeah.
Of course, but we haven't resolved the whole thing with Sadie and Lars at all.
No.
That's only gotten worse.
Yeah, like that. Right now, I want to see if we're gonna get these towny episodes or whatever people have been saying that we're gonna have some towny episodes. I want there to be a Lars and Sadie episode that explores their relationship more in depth than her just saying, you just use me, blah blah blah, you just come here, actually putting Lars in a positive light. Because something like Lars is Sadie's only friend.
It seems.
Right, yeah. Like, it seems by right now. Well, and now the cool kids. But at the point of this, before, he was her only friend. He lied to her to get out of work because he was actually having a crush on Sadie. Not Sadie, Jenny, right?
Was he?
Yeah, when they were jumping on the trampoline, she lands on him and he starts blushing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then Sadie sees this, hugs the donuts that she was going to give to him, dropped them. She's like an actual... She's having the freaking panic attack. She's having her emotions really stabbed, like hurt. And this is like she's angry, she's mad, she's upset. And I think people just keep forgetting that.
Yeah, but he was really
mean.
Yeah, and he hasn't apologized for that.
No, he hasn't apologized. He has never apologized to her.
Nope.
And I mean, like,
there's a lot he needs to apologize for.
Before we can accept that he's been redeemed. People keep screaming and waving flags and saying that he's like been redeemed, but in our eyes, he's
been kind to the off-color gems.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
But he did feel bad about running away from Sadie and stuff. And saying like that he started crying in that episode and saying like,
of course it's scary and everything, but he didn't try at all.
No.
He didn't try anything. Like,
I don't know. Like,
he could have thrown something at the top, but from a distance or something. Like, just
a little thing like that would have given me, he could have thrown something, it didn't work, and then he ran away. At least he tried. Then I would have been less frustrated with how they're portraying their relationship, because I find it very abusive. Yeah. I find their relationship abusive.
And I think that Sadie has put up with a lot of shit, and I'm surprised that she's still at all friends with him, honestly. Because, like, sometimes sometimes you do mistakes and you treat someone badly because you are feeling bad yourself, because you have anxiety, because you have depression, something like that. That can happen. Yeah. And you can treat someone badly, and that person might leave you, and that might be what you need to do, you know. Sometimes you fuck up and sometimes people leave you because of that, and that's just life. Yeah. So I'm really surprised that Sadie is still at all like entertaining him. Like he's such a douche towards her. She doesn't deserve that.
There was one comment that we got that I got actually really frustrated about. There was basically saying that more or less saying that we care about this Sadie more than Lars because of their like social status, you know. And I was like, hold on 1 second. They're both having social insecurities about themselves. Lars is not the only one who's scared. She was having huge stage fright and like feeling like people were gonna record her with Lars being there. She was like, Jenny was like, oh, I'll record something if someone falls down. And she was like, you know, she was having a panic attack and Lars was there. She really wants Lars, you know, to like her, to be with Lars, to be friends with him.
Yeah, but Lars is embarrassed to let people know that he likes her.
Yeah.
And that's really sad and childish. Like, Sadie is super cool. And especially if she's getting like more and more buddy with the cool kids. Yeah. Then why not like make Sadie become friends with them, and then he can become friends with them because he's friends with Sadie, something like that. I don't know why we haven't gotten an explanation why Lars thinks Sadie isn't worth his time. Yeah, we haven't really gotten an explanation about that.
I mean, it's like, why are you embarrassed? Because you obviously, I don't know. Because he basically said, like, I don't want to show people that I'm baking because it's unmanly, it's a wuss. So what does
basically
that?
That's not exactly what he said.
Well, he
hinted about
it. He basically says that cooking makes you a wuss, something like that. So, but if he connects cooking to Sadie, what does he think that he will look like in the cool kid's eyes? That is what I'm kind of like. Are you basically saying that if you're dating her, you would look like something like, look what you're going out with? Yeah. And it's like, the cool kids would never think that. The cool kids are actually cool.
Yeah, they're really kind.
It's Lars who got the trashy attitude. And I want to see his trashy attitude become better before I can say he has progressed as a character, and in my eyes have turned out for the better. Right now,
he's mostly just a bully who's really afraid, and now he's pink and invincible, probably.
Yeah, he's pink, he's got powers, he's got a fucking emo scar. Yeah. he looks like someone's...
He's such an OC.
He looks like one of those, you know, recolors from DeviantArt that you do in paint. Yeah. I'm like, alright. I mean, I'm interested what they're gonna go with this. And it's gonna be really cruel to Lars and the Off-Colors if they have like 10 episodes where they don't even mention or go there or contact them. Which is probably gonna happen when the hiatus is over.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get the filler episodes that aren't at all about Lars. Yeah. Or Homeworld.
I mean...
Or the Diamonds, who are probably still looking for them on Homeworld.
Yeah. It's basically, summary of this, we wanted to see more of Homeworld, and that's why we really didn't feel like Lars's character development is needed at this moment. It feels like they always have to, like, when they start with a really interesting plot, they have to throw something else that really ruins it. I'm trying to think of something like, you know, the Amethyst arc with her and her problems and stuff. I wanted them to go to so much more depth into that, but it was like really short.
And like more flashbacks and everything. But no, they're really scarce with the flashbacks. It's mostly Greg and Rose, actually.
Yeah, it's like, I know that we're gonna see it through Steven's eyes, but it's getting really boring.
And finally, when Steven starts asking the right questions, they're like, no, we're not gonna tell you.
Exactly.
And then shit happens, and then now he's stopped asking questions again.
Yeah, it's like, I remember when he's like, oh, this is all my fault, Dad. And it's like, I mean, if they told you, this wouldn't have happened to begin with.
Exactly! Oh my god, just talk to him!
I mean, this is a kid's cartoon. We're really overanalyzing it. But, like, I said this, that obviously wasn't a corrupted thing, was like, but when logic stares you in the face, it is hard to ignore it. Even, stop thinking children are stupid, because they're not.
Yeah, and, like, not easily entertained. No. It depends on how you do it though. It kind of worked with Peridot and the cluster.
Yeah, that did. But her redemption arc worked. That is a really good thing. Her redemption arc worked into the story. Yeah. While Lars was just, okay, bye!
Yeah, Peridot was like a plot point, kind of like she knew about the cluster, she told them about the cluster.
And they've hinted about it since seasons 1's ending. It's like, what, we're here to check on the cluster, you know? And it's like, that built into her character and her story arc.
Yeah, that's an integral part of her, and that makes sense why she's getting character development while they're also working on the cluster thing. Yeah. But the Lars thing is just like, oh, Lars accidentally went on a ship with Steven, and now he accidentally died, and Steven accidentally discovered that he can revive people, and it's accidentally connected to Lion.
And now he's pink. And now we're gonna leave him on Homeworld.
Yeah.
Okay, bye!
That's a lot of accidents. That's not real plot. Like, that's like, oh, Deus Ex Machina, you know?
Yeah, very, very like...
Like, whoops, this happened, and this happened, and like, no reason why, really.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully they'll do something good with it. But it has to, it has to really, at least for us, the thing is like, we are speaking for our own opinions and no one else's. And for us to, you know, to really enjoy this again, we're enjoying it. But if we want to get the full extension or extended of our joy, the you know, the love for this show, is that they need to start wrapping up the plot lines.
Because they have so many! There's so many red threads everywhere.
I call it Adventure Time Syndrome. Yeah. Yeah. Adventure Time Syndrome is what I like to call it. It's when a lot of things is happening, but they really don't...
It's too much at once, and they don't wrap stuff up. Like the cluster is still a thing, even if it's bubbled. And the diamonds, we haven't even seen White Diamond. We don't know what everything is about. And now they're going through the whole who shadowed Pink Diamond thing. Are we gonna get an answer to that anytime soon?
I don't think so. The thing is, like, if the next episode don't start with him, right? Give me some answers now. When it's him like, let's go to the big donut and tell Sadie. I'm gonna be like,
like Stephen, priorities.
First talk to them, then go to Sadie.
Or maybe like go to Sadie and also talk about it. Or like send Connie to go to Sadie or something.
Or
like
take everyone that got kidnapped and have a big sit down and be like, okay, this is what went down. Blah, 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 blah.
And like maybe bring them all through Lion to Homeworld or something so they can like help Lars and the off-colors get to Earth. Or like set Peridot, like go to Peridot and let her make a ship. Or even better, like get Lapis or Peridot to go back to Homeworld, go and grab a ship, steal a ship, try like spend some time and trying to integrate themselves and steal a ship, go to Earth, and then like then it's sold, you know? Yeah. They have access to go to Homeworld now.
Yeah, I remember like a lot before the episodes were released, people were like, this is Lapis when she's coming towards to get Steven, and she's like,
she can actually fly to Homeworld. Yeah, I wonder if she started doing
that. That is why I was really confused why there was no freaking Lapis at the end of the episode. I was like, where's Lapis? Where's Peridot? Where are they?
Yeah, Peridot should be helping them with the ship, like restoring the ship thingy, and Lapis should already be on her way to Homeworld.
Steven Universe, you gave Lapis like 4 episodes, you gave Peridot like 15, and now they retired to the barn. It's like basically like, you know, the old it reminds me of this old movie where it's basically a guy who has to take his dog outside the barn and shoot it because he got like rabies. It's basically that. That is what it feels like. It's like, okay, they're done. Take them behind the barn and shoot them. We're done with them. And it's like...
Yeah, that is...
I don't even remember the movie. It's called The Old Jagger or something. I don't know. The Old Veller. Blah, blah. You Americans probably know. I've never seen it. I just know that there's a kid who shoots his dog.
Okay. But yeah, they did a lot about Peridot, and then they're not using her much anymore.
Yeah, they gave her...
She seemed like such a big character.
She seemed like such a big character, and then she became like a comedic relief. And then Lapis, who seemed to have this huge thing, just became like stop retiring your characters until they're necessary for the plot, you know? Yeah. And it's like Jasper, it's like, Jasper comes back. No, she's bubbled.
Yeah,
and then
she's gone.
She's gone.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we gonna see her again? Who knows?
Who knows? We haven't seen Opal since like season 3.
Yeah. I hope for Opal. I want her.
And we haven't seen Nicki Minaj since season 1.
She's not coming back.
She's not coming back.
No, she's not. Nope. And yeah, we haven't even seen all other fusions either. We haven't heard Rainbow Quartz talk.
No. We don't know what Smoky Quartz looked like before Steven fused with Amethyst. I don't know. Listen, start tying up the plots, because right now there's so many in the air that I'm like, just basically that image of like that nostalgia chick is her old name, but basically she got like sausages in the face and she's like, ugh. It's basically that right now. It's us getting hit with all these things and they're like, ugh.
Like so many, there's that and that and that and that and that and that. It's like so much to hold in your head. Like I thought the cluster was gonna be such a much bigger thing than it wasn't, and then I thought the Homeworld would be a bigger thing, and then it was focused on Lars instead, and the diamond thing would be a bigger thing, like with the diamonds seeing Steven and everything, and that wasn't big either.
I don't know, either we're hyping it up either we're hyping it up for ourselves and we're expecting too much out of it, or I mean, it's either that I don't think they're under-delivering, but it's like Steven Universe have created a theorist thing for themselves, a theorist fandom for themselves, and people love discussing.
It has so many hints.
So many hints, and it's like right now we don't even have it. Obviously, it's gonna get another season, but we even haven't had a confirmation for season 6. And it's like, we got so many freaking hot dogs in the air slapping us all over the face. And it's like, I'm not even, I hate meat, you know, and it's like...
They could start solving stuff instead.
Yeah, they could. And I don't know, like, Lars's head could brought out, even in the old... when it wasn't corrupted and died, it brought up a really long discussion even then. And
oh yeah, the last time we recorded.
Last time I was sitting there like,
like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was just sitting there and this and this and this, and then my computer was like, holy shit.
Better not upload that. Like, gotta corrupt.
Holy shit, I better die. I corrupted. Gem corruption. Oh well.
But yeah, but anyway, yeah, we might seem very critical of this show now, but it's fun to be critical of something you like too.
That's the thing. I swear, not even everyone's gonna sit through this entire thing. They're gonna sit 1 to 3 minutes, and then they're gonna give us a comment, and then we're gonna say like, watch the entire thing because we commented this on there and there and there. And I mean, listen, it is a show. We love the show, and you're allowed to be critical of things you love. And if you don't think so, then perhaps you should start rethinking, because how else are you supposed to grow as a person?
Yeah, and also what would we comment if we weren't gonna like dissect things?
Don't be
like, why would we react if we didn't wanna talk about the stuff that happens?
Don't be unhappy just because we don't react the same way as you do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're allowed to our opinions and you are allowed to yours. And
it's gonna be different, and yeah, we will have different expectations all the time.
People got upset that we didn't react like them, but it's like, we're our own individuals. We got our own story, we got our own experiences.
And then also that we didn't like overreact to the Lars thing. Like,
exactly, they were like, what? Why? Exactly. and people were like, you're gonna think differently about Lars, and I was like, don't put words into our mouth, because we know ourselves, and if you have watched our videos, you should know how we feel about Lars.
Yeah, like 2 episodes of him doing good things aren't enough to outweigh all the other bad shit he did towards Sadie.
Exactly. Exactly.
Lars, obviously, he has a good side, and he's really scared and everything, so he has potential, he does. But he's not redeemed yet. Not at all. Like, he's on his way, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like a good development, and we're hopeful.
Yep.
But that's about it.
Yeah. Thing is, I don't want Lars and Sadie to be together.
Me neither.
Even if they become friends and like patch up their relationship.
I think that's over with.
Yeah,
There's too much shit that's happened between them.
It's kind of like going back to an abusive boyfriend or girlfriend or any partner, you know, of any gender or any sex or any identification. If they hurt you and you go like, just don't go back to them.
Search for something new.
Yeah.
I mean, even Sadie was a little bit shitty towards Lars.
Oh yeah, she is not like. She wasn't, but she protected him. The thing is, like, she had good intentions, but did it wrong.
Yeah.
She cared about Lars, and all she wanted was to be with Lars. And I mean, they started kissing, they started making out, and she was kind of manipulating him. She was, and even he said that you were just like all over me and stuff. And it's like, but you've been treating her like literal garbage.
Yeah, and using her and stuff. And yeah, there's so much toxic things about like between them. I really don't think they should start dating.
Yeah.
I hope they can become friends.
Yes.
But nothing more. I don't think they should date.
But if I know this show, they probably will.
Yeah.
They probably will become a thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I ever like meet Rebecca Sugar or anyone else of the show, I like to ask them why and actually hear what they think and hear why, because I want to hear their explanation, because from the thing that I'm seeing right now is abuse. It's abuse. Unless, I don't know, he needs to step up his shit. I can forgive him for his mean and rude behavior, but I don't want them to be together, because that would be an abusive and an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah. Too much shit has gone down between them. Yeah, they should not start dating. So, we'll see, I suppose. Yep. Probably they're gonna start dating at some point. Yeah. I guess.
Alright. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say?
No. But yeah, the trial was good.
The trial was good. I love the trial. I love the Sarkons. It's like defending a rebel.
Yeah. Yes. Objection.
Objection.
Yes, that was great. And otherwise, it was too bad that they focused on Lars right now. They could have done it another time, but yeah. I wanted to see more of Homeworld, and I hope we will see more of Homeworld now that they have a link to Homeworld.
Yeah, and hopefully soon, and they don't go and be like, LOL, let's go and meet Payday!
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know, and they actually go like, alright, let's...
the Ronaldo episode,
I basically want them to let's get our shit together and get Lars home as fast as possible. And not like, okay, Stevenson, fuck Lars. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is like, not even I want that.
No.
Not even I want that. I want them to go and get Lars.
Yes.
Because that is like cruel. It's kind of like fucking rubies.
Yeah, it is. Just leave them there.
The crystal gems are basically like, they're not as nice as we think they are.
No, they don't care as much as we would like to think.
Yeah. Alright, guys.
But yeah, if you watched all this way through, thank you very much.
Thank you a lot.
Yes.
And I hope you keep an open mind and don't like slag us off in the comments.
Yeah.
At least, I don't know. I mean, it's our opinion and I'm not gonna change mine. Alright.
But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
And we love you.